Welcome back, and thanks once again for joining us for another episode as we document our travels around Oz. In our last vlog, we travelled down the east coast of the Eyre Peninsula and entered the Lincoln National Park. And in this episode, the TROOPY takes us into a wilderness protection area for an overnight camp. It was made quite clear when we booked this camp spot through South Australian Parks and Wildlife that a four-wheel drive was essential for this track, and the folks at the Information Centre in Port Lincoln told us that it was a really slow track. They really weren't wrong. The condition of the track varied, ranging from medium sandy tracks, some pretty solid cap rock, and some washed away areas in part of the track, which really needed a spotter to check as you tackled it. Funniest thing we've seen all day is this sign. We haven't got over 20 k's in the last hour and they want us to slow down. It definitely was a slow old trek, but worth it, with a new surprise around many corners, and the eventual view of the coast was pretty special. As we headed toward Memory Cove, we spotted the headland, named Cape Catastrophe, by explorer Matthew Flinders. It was aptly named in memory of 8 crew who were lost after a cutter capsized after launching from Flinders boat Investigator to search for water in 1802. Down a bit more. You okay now? I think it's all right now. A speed bump. Like it hasn't been bumpy for the last 10 kilometres. So we've made it to Memory Cove, the drive.
Yeah.
Pretty hairy.
Yeah, in part.
Yeah.
In part, yeah. Didn't enjoy it that much. I thought it would be sandier instead of just being rock.
Yeah, it was pretty much rock the whole way.
It's just hard work, but yeah.
Took us for a good hour and a half to cover 30 k's, maybe 30 k's.
Yeah.
The last part, it wasn't too bad. The last maybe 4 k's, except for this massive steep descent that we had to come down, which was all over the place. And I'll put some of that in the video, but yeah, it was pretty horrendous. But
Back up tomorrow.
yeah, we got to go back there tomorrow. This is the view, which is
worth it, though.
Absolutely worth it.
Beautiful.
There's only 5 campsites here.
Only 3 being used.
Yeah, that's right. Some lucky bugger's got a boat parked out there, but it's just us and a couple of other couples. So yeah, pretty special. So here we are at Memory Cove, deliberating the end of a James Bond movie that we watched the other night. So the last James Bond movie, which we watched in the Troopy the other night, and we're still discussing the ending of it, how James Bond, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, how James Bond actually dies. And now we're discussing what's going to happen next. So we think that his daughter is going to be the next.
That's not possible.
And he reckons it's not possible, but I think Skip, no. We don't know. But we still can't get over that he just died. So we're not really happy about it. And we don't even really like James Bond movies, but we're just not happy about the way it ended. So
you didn't deserve that.
If anyone is unhappy about it, please drop a comment below. Anyway, cheers.
Oh wow.
This is magical. We're at Williams Island Lookout, which is a track off the Memory Cove campground track. It's really remote. I'll take you to the edge and you can have a look. Oh, we're not even close to the edge. Coastline is breathtaking. Yeah. I think we're going to walk down to the edge. Paul's going to turn the car off.
It's not going anywhere.
Just in case someone comes out and nicks it.
Doing well.
Beautiful little secluded beach over there, but can't get to it. I think that point there is called West Point, and there is a track further down the track that we will go down and try and get a look at that. Over on Williams Island there's a lighthouse, but look at that view of the bay. Fairly sure Memory Cove, where we stayed, was just round to the left around this first bend. Beautiful. So we're driving out of the Memory Cove track. That took us about 2 hours yesterday.
Yeah, roughly.
2 hours. If you haven't been out here, it's definitely worth a look. It's a beautiful national park. There's loads of wildlife. It's actually a conservation or a wilderness protection area. The track is crazy in parts. It's like at the moment we're driving in first gear going down because of all the cap rock, and I feel like over the last couple of months there's probably been a lot of water through here and a lot of the track is washed away in parts, so it's not a particularly easy drive, but it's definitely worth it. Yeah, have you got anything to add? Like, what are your thoughts?
No, it's a bit taxing only because you've got to concentrate all the time to pick the right lines, but other than that it's okay.
Yeah. So when slowly. Yeah. So we're on a nice flat bit right now, and as you can see, the views are really, really nice. It's definitely worth it. We would definitely recommend it. The campground is really small. There's only 5 allocated spots, and you have to book prior. Because you have to get a key to open a gate to get through, but yeah, it's really nice. It's quiet, and it's just really protected from the weather. So we had beautiful beach, and we had a really peaceful evening. All you can hear is the water, the waves coming up, but it wasn't windy or anything. So highly recommend Memory Cove in the Eyre Peninsula. Looking back, we regret not tackling the track to Memory Cove earlier in the day, so that we could have spent more time exploring the area around the campsite, or even stayed more than one night. We would recommend booking for a minimum of 2 nights to maximise the experience. Not really sure if you can see this, but just before we left the area we were really fortunate to see another very large family of emus, which was really a special treat before we left. And as we air back up, we really look forward to taking you along with us on the next part of our trip around the Eyre Peninsula. Thanks for watching, and as always we'd really appreciate it if you could give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to follow along on our Troopy adventures. Cheers!